Today I'm going to go through these press handstand drills that are great for all the press handstand variations, whether it's Stalder press, bent arm press, or even your normal straddle press. First of all, let's go for this entry drill that's good for anyone, even if you're not up to the press handstand level yet, or even don't have a freestand handstand. This shoulder stand position in a tuck, so just learning to hold that. If you're nervous, you can go back to wall or have someone spot you. Just once you get comfortable in that tuck position, you can either open out to straight position, you could play around with straighter entries into it like this, and you can start to play with the transitions from the shoulder stand through to your L-sit position. Now either bent leg if you don't quite have the flexibility, or control to straighten the legs here. Now the cool thing with this position and this transition is if you mess it up, worst case you're just going to fall back onto the box, so it's pretty safe. Then once you have that transition from the shoulder stand through to the straddle L-sit, we can start to play around with going backwards in the opposite direction. Just make sure you time the hips and the shoulders correctly so they work together to get you back into that position. And this is where if you are starting to work that bent arm press to handstand, or doing the handstand push-up stuff, you can start to use a little bit of momentum to like whip you up through towards the handstand. Now obviously you need the control if something goes tits up and you can fall out that way, but if you're working those higher press level skills, then you probably should have that already anyway. Now if you're up to the level of doing that, we obviously need to make sure that you're comfortable to handstand on an elevated surface. So if you don't have this, this is the time to start to train it. Now I wouldn't necessarily start on a high box like this. I would start on the IKEA steps, on yoga blocks, and slowly build up to this. Then we can start to look at the eccentrics from handstand. So you could go down for your bent arm position and then come round if that's the one you're going through. And remember, you have that safety of landing on your butt if you need to. Or if you're doing the straight arm version, you could either just come down to your standard straddle position and then go through to your straddle L, or you could do it in one movement, just coming down through that eccentric Stalder press, finishing in your straddle L. And once we've got the eccentric down, we can start to play with some partial range, so going down a little bit, coming back up. Now whether that's straddle press or your Stalder where you go down a little bit further, then try and get back up. Not the best demo. You get the idea, you just slowly go down. You could hit a target with your toes and come back up, or you could just video and just try and feel how far you go down and slowly make it deeper and deeper. And then we can just start to play with the normal full repetition. So starting in the bottom position, going up fast to try and whip yourself up, either with the bent arm one or the straight arm one. And then eventually slowing it down so you can really go slow, get good time under tension through the range of motion to show control not only on the way up, but the hold at the top and on the eccentric, coming back down. Let me know if you have any questions. Thumbs up and subscribe would be appreciated. Check out the website www.portwan.com.au and I'll speak to you next time.